I'm Brian McCornack, Professor and Department Head in Entomology here at Kansas State University, and I'm also chairing the planning committee for this year's annual conference. I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about the strategic doing session on Wednesday, October 20th. We have a whole afternoon planned, and I know anytime I heard the word strategic turns into some kind of document that will probably sit on the shelf, but no, that's not what this is about. This is not a new action plan because you already put those action plans together. Strategic doing is about taking action, but honestly, the whole thing, which is why I fell in love with it the very first time I experienced it, but I had to experience it first to really understand what the value is behind all the strategic doing, is that we sat down at a table and we talked about the things that we value, the things that we wanted to change, but didn't know how to necessarily get there. But we had a great process that was brought to us through a leadership experience. We are still using some of the outcomes of those conversations today, several years later, but it created new connections with people. It got us thinking about our problem differently. And at the end of the day, this wasn't so much about the strategic document or where we're going to go with it. This was really more about bringing people together, making new connections, bringing new ideas, and valuing the people that were at the table. And this is what I'm most excited about. We've been living in a pandemic. We've been living in a pandemic for almost 2 years, and oftentimes isolated, and sometimes in our own thinking. This is our chance to really come together, and that's something we've talked about a lot as a planning committee, is we didn't want this conference just to be coming to it, being talked at. We wanted to engage. We wanted to engage with you. We wanted to give you that opportunity to really listen to others, to see where we can maybe look at a problem that we've had maybe for a long time as a PFT, or an area that we wanted to grow but didn't know how. And this is a chance for us to listen to others and listen to Jaime and Debbie facilitate this process called strategic doing. And in talking with Debbie and Jaime and hearing the stories of how communities are impacted, again, maybe some of this at the beginning of one of these sessions going, I don't know what this is going to provide me. And then realizing this is more about deepening those relationships, getting a better understanding of the people around the table, and celebrating the assets that we have as individuals and what we can do with that to make some change. This is not a document that's going to sit on the shelf. That's not what this is about. This is a professional development opportunity. And the cool part is that this is happening across the organization, which in and of itself is a pretty big task. So I can't thank Debbie Kirchhoff or Jaime Menon nearly enough for agreeing to do this idea that, again, might have been in my head for a little bit, brought it to committee and said, yeah, we should really try to do something different at a conference like this, because if we're going to talk about innovation, we should probably walk the walk. And so this is what we're doing. We're going to give this a shot. And what I'm most excited about is this is not going to turn into another kind of thing for you to do. It's not another checkbox. Bring your curiosity to this session. See how this is an opportunity to really value our strengths and diversity in people that come to the tables, and realize that, yeah, we have some bigger challenges ahead of us, but we don't have to go this alone. And the strategic doing session really allows us to reflect on the assets that is this organization, and the organization are the people like you. So thank you for taking the time to explore this session on Wednesday. And I cannot thank not only facilitators, but the table guides, the co-chairs for agreeing to help facilitate the conversations in the rooms. But realize Debbie and Jaime have done a tremendous job to help support you so that you're not doing all the facilitation on your own. I can't thank all of you enough for agreeing to give this a go. I look forward to seeing where the conversations take us Wednesday.